Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show.
Here we are, doing some cow work at the end of the summer. I'm Sonia Sokol, the Urban Cowgirl, who still has kind of a bum right hip. But things have been going well, and I miss it very much, and I have the most darling heifers right here in my little ranch in West Santa Cruz. So I'm on my best cow horse, Semi, daughter to a stallion that I owned for 30 years, and he passed away here a few years ago. He did everything with me. I did everything with him. We learned together. And then when Semi grew up enough to start being trained, she's done everything with me. Okay, now what we're gonna do is let the cows come in. We're close to the gate, but Semi can move away if she needs to. Can you open the gate? We have a back gate to our arena. Go ahead, Sam. Anielle is standing here only until I'm comfortable that I'm pretty sure Semi's not gonna spook, even though it's been a long time. Then we're gonna go get Sadie, who's all saddled up and ready to go, to come in and just be kind of like a turn back. Okay, now Sam is gonna ask the cows to come in, and I'm gonna back off, back, come on with me, Anya, because you know, we're in the opening. The cows will go through an opening unless they see something in the way. It's all right, it's all right, it's all right, Sam. It's all right, make nice, good. Close the gate, and you know, today, I don't want fast movements, fancy footwork. I want my horse Semi, my Morgan mare Semi, daughter to Shadrach, Triton Gemcrack, to remember what it's like to be in front of two little Mini Zebu heifers. She's just yawning. She seems okay. Okay, Sam, what I'd like you to do now is come on in. We've got the bull, by the way, 2 fences away, just so he's not gonna roar and do hormonal things today. Okay, come on in and stand here where Anielle is, and behind the camera you can hear Sadie saying, wait a minute, what about me, you guys? Go get her, would you? Okay, but I do want somebody on foot nearby while I let Semi reacquaint herself with Suzie, the mother, and Seela, her daughter, and Rusty's the papa. Seela was born here. Okay, they're being nice and quiet. Now, do I want to move them? I want to move towards them. If I really wanted to move them a certain direction, I would go into a certain position. And we'll talk about that as we continue to do this thread of more cow work practice with my Mini Zebus. But today, I'm just going to do a few steps forward, looking at them, sitting on my pockets. Whoa, whoa, good, good. They're not moving, see, they're not, especially Suzie, the mom, the one with the longer horns. She's just chewing her cud. She probably will want to stay in this corner close to Rusty, the papa, for as long as she can. So I'm going to go towards the fence, and I'm trying not to use my reins very much, and I do have spurs on in case I need to ask Semi to do something with my legs. Back, back, good. Now I'm going to go towards the fence and towards Suzie. They could start moving right quick here, or they could do nothing. Suzie's moving a little bit. Seela, she's the fast footwork little Zebu heifer. Seela went with her mom. I like that. I just want a few steps. Now I'm going to go towards Suzie's hips, her left hip. A few steps with Sam. My guess is they'll go forward. There goes Seela. Can use a little language. Good, good. Yeah, 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 yeah. But not a lot of yelling. It's mostly position. Whoa. Now I'm going to let them walk out like they are. If I stop, they're likely to continue walking. And here comes Seela. She's in the arena. I know she's probably got a yew tree between her and the camera, but let's see if leaving Suzie and Seela in the corner there in front of the camera with a little step up that we have for easy access into Western saddles. Let's see what Sadie says about Suzie and Seela. 2 years ago, we have videos on YouTube and on Blip of us working these 2 little heifers with Semi, Sadie, and her mom Eve. Today, Eve is not being saddled up. One of these days, maybe Sam could ride Eve. Whoa. I'm trying to stay light. I don't want to pull back with 2 reins. I want to do everything by looking, squeezing a little bit with my legs, using my spurs only if I have to. Okay, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to try to get them to go towards Sadie. And Sadie could get excited. Be careful. If Sadie turns her hips towards them, you need to get those hips over. Do you know how to do that, Enya?
Yeah.
Okay, because years ago when Sadie was a youngster and Seela wasn't even born, Sadie did, in her excitement, kick Suzie in her nose. And I'm lucky nothing happened, but it taught me a lesson. It can happen very fast, so make sure you know how to move your horse's hips and forequarters quickly and get flexion if you need to one rein stop. Okay, now I'm looking where I'm going, sitting back on my pockets, putting my heels down. They could start moving very quickly any second, or just do that, which is all I want today. Back, back, around, around, around. Her ears are back. You can't see it because my body's in the way, but Semi is tuning in. Whoa. Off to the right a little bit. Let's see what Sadie does. Good. Sitting back on my pockets. Whoa. I don't want to follow them always. I want to rate them or turn them, parallel movement with them, whatever it takes to get them to go in the direction I want. Whoa. Can you see them? I hope you can zoom in on them. They're looking at us. They know we're asking them to move. I'm going to back off here for a minute. Look over Semi's ears. Back, 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 back. And then I'm going to do this, just so that you can see what fun we can have in the future if we get really good at this. I'm going off to this corner of the arena, leaving the cows where they are. Whoa. We have 2 portable panels against this corner of the arena. They're leaning against the fence out of the way, chained up to the fence. If we bring them out, we have a pen. We have a pen that we can try to get the mini cows into. And that is so much fun, but it's very, very challenging because as soon as they get to the opening, they say, okay, I know what you want to do. And then it's your job on your horse to get them into the pen. And we have a lot of old videos showing us learning how to do some penning here at Shadrach Farms. Okay, now can you walk towards, just go ahead and walk towards the heifers. Yeah, if you go to their right, you might be able to get them to go along the north fence toward the camera, to their right. Position's very important. Try to use only one rein at a time. Remember, Sadie could get excited. Here they go. Here they go. Good. Stop. When they're going where you want them to go, you just back off. Okay, we really wanted them to go to the camera, so for my next objective, I'm going to say, I'm going to go back to this corner of the arena, looking where I'm traveling, but keeping the cows in my eyes, my view. They're watching me. Sam, I think you can kind of back off unless you see there's trouble. We won't always have somebody on foot. Okay, now I'm going to go towards the southeast corner of the arena, which is where I'm pointing. Go towards it. Careful, you're moving the panels. That's kind of spooky. Okay, southeast corner. Whoa. I want Semi to stop when I ask, whoa, nah, she's dancing around. Back. So I'm going to ask her to back. Come on around, because she was getting excitable. And you know what? The sprinklers are about ready to come on. I know that that's what's going to happen. It's almost the end of the summer, so we're not going to change the schedule, but next year we have to make sure the sprinklers come on early in the morning or late in the afternoon when we're not tending to work out here. Okay, so where are you, Anielle? Okay, I'm going to try to send them to that corner, and then I'm going to stop, and you try to send them down the north fence.
Okay.
Think about position. Be light. Yeah. See, Suzie doesn't want to move. And Semi's getting excited. Maybe because of the sprinklers. What I'm going to have you do, Sam, is you go in front of us and see if you can get Suzie to move, because Seela was trying to. And if the sprinklers weren't on, I'd probably be a little more proactive. That's good. I'm going to back off here, try to help. Nah, we're going to quit soon here. We're going to turn off the sprinkler, but yeah, we want to try to get them down that fence line. Good. And then Anielle, see. Okay, I'm coming out here to their left to keep them on the fence. Good. I'm looking at them, watching them. Again, Suzie stops. We've had a great time in this arena just with Seela, because she's like a wind-up toy. Okay, now, Anielle, if you can come between me and Sam, go towards that fence. They may go to your left. It's all right, Sam. Back. I'm backing off. Good. Yeah. Good. See what I mean about Seela and Suzie? That's okay. All right. We just don't have a direction right now. What do we want to do? But you sure can see how we could, with practice, work as partners here in our herding techniques. What do you do when you go out into the big pastures and bring them from the winter pasture to the summer pasture? And you've got, 40 head of cattle. You've got a group of cowboys or cowgirls on horses that know what they're doing. Well, you communicate with each other, and you use your voice, and you use your body language, and you tell the cows what you want them to do. Then you know what? The horses get really into it, because when they know what is their job, they'll do it. They love to do their job. And they know when they're done here, they're going to get turned out again into the pasture where they hang out all day. Our next session, doing cow work. Kind of more practice with my Mini Zebus. This time we have only Seela. In the arena, we have the arena cut in half, and I decided to put my side saddle on. Took us a while to tack up because a lot of the pieces of the side saddle weren't where they should be. Now we're going to keep the pieces of the side saddle easily obtainable. We're going to have a breast collar for the side saddle, because the side saddle can slip down the side too. And I've got my dressage whip, which is my right leg, right? I'm going to do some pressure just by doing this, tapping with my arm extension. My left leg is in a stirrup, so I'm used to that. I can give pressure with my left leg. What do I want to do next? It's starting to get windy. What else is new about Santa Cruz? What I want to do today is just make sure Evie is okay about being in the arena with the Mini Zebus. And then we're going to aim for all 3 horses to be in here together with both heifers and have a plan to either pen or sort or rate or turn, with Semi as the cow horse and Eve and Sadie as the turnbacks. Sometimes you just can't get your cow horse to move as fast as you'd like, so we've got to have the 2 crew members that are on the turnback horses get in the way and turn the cows back if we're not able to do it. Otherwise, they start running hellbent for leather. Okay, so I wanted to make sure Eve was okay. We do have Suzie and Papa Rusty right outside the fence, and Rusty's acting a little bit hormonal. And there's only 2 of us today, but we do have a lead line if we need it. Evie's, look at her mouth. She is doing, licking of the lips. Good. She's been real good about tacking up, and we tried to make sure we tacked up correctly. When I first used the side saddle about a year and a half or 2 years ago, I got a lot of feedback from the people who are into side saddle about the way my saddle works, the way it needs to cinch, and I watched a few YouTube videos about where to sit. I've got nobody around here in Santa Cruz who I ever saw or talked to about side saddle, so I kind of had to learn how to do it myself. You see my right sits bone here? It's got to be in the correct place for me to feel balanced. Uh-oh, here comes Rusty. Okay, you heard him probably in the camera roaring, and he was pawing a few minutes ago, and yesterday one of his horns was covered with dirt. Those are all signs of being hormonal. He's doing what a bull does when he's feeling hormonal. Yeah, and I feel pretty safe with Eve because she doesn't get scared by Rusty's roaring and hormonal behavior, not as scared as, let's say, her daughter Sadie might be. So I'm letting Rusty go by while I talk to you a little bit more about Rusty and my side saddle. Rusty is vasectomized. I didn't cut his balls. I wanted him to have his hormones and protect his 2 little heifers, Suzie and Seela. And that's working out real good. But you have to remember he's a bull because his hormones tell him he's a bull. Okay, so we always think about that, but I didn't want him to impregnate Seela, his daughter, so I did perform a vasectomy with the help of my very wonderful vet, Kristen Wallace, several years ago. Now, Rusty's over there at the corner where Seela is, and if I take Eve over there in my side saddle, and Rusty's pawing the ground right now, I don't know if you can turn the camera and zoom in. It's hard to see through all the fences and so forth. But yeah, he's pawing. That's all hormonal behavior. And I'm pretty sure if I go to where Seela is, Eve might sense that he's being hormonal. So you know what I'm going to do instead right now? Seela's being fine in the corner. I put her in here alone just to simplify things. And if we did decide to go faster, she's much easier to go faster with because she's almost like a wind-up toy. We're going to continue to do these shows and try to go faster. But for this first more practice introduction this year, this season 31, I'm just showing you the principles again. Boy, Rusty's really being hormonal. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, keeping my right sits bone on the back of my side saddle, keeping my left leg under the horn, looking where I want to go, turning my shoulder where I want to go. When I want flexion, before I ask for it, I want my body to ask for it, and especially the shoulder, my shoulder. Okay, Rusty's going towards Seela, but Eve was real good about moving for me, and believe me, it felt weird to be in a side saddle because it's been a while. But you know, you can do a lot of things in side saddle, including cow work, including high jumping, and go to YouTube and you'll find it, especially anybody who uses a Charlie Goodnight saddle, because Charlie Goodnight designed a side saddle, I think it was back in the 1800s, for his wife. So she could go out on the herding projects that they went out on. She wanted to use a side saddle, and he designed one that was really good for herd work. Not too many people do it nowadays, but it's a really, really strong passion of mine, and I want to do it in any saddle that I have, or no saddle at all. And my right hip is still kind of bad, but I may or may not change it. I just want to continue with these passions, using the tack that helps me get it done. Here comes Rusty again. So now I'm going to look over Eve's ear, and I'm going to go forward. Good. As I come back, zero in on my left leg, the way I'm using the horn, pushing up against the horn of the saddle. Whoa, good, Eve. Here comes Rusty again. I'm gonna back, look over her ears, back, 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 look to my right, turn my shoulder to my right to get the flexion. Whoa. And I'm telling you that she seems perfectly calm right now. I'm going to look towards the camera and go there using very few cues. Whoa. And other than feeling kind of like a weird balance, I really didn't need my right leg over here to let Eve know where I wanted her to go by giving her a pre-cue of flexion. Now Rusty is right here again. I'm going to go to the east fence. We'll see if he follows me. So far, Eve has not shown me any stress that Rusty's here. She's watching though. Back, look over, back, sit on my pockets. Good. Look over to the left. High with the left ray. Good. Light. Whoa. Good. Good. Whoa. She's being real good. I might even call that my moment of resolution, and next time we do this, we'll make sure Rusty's not right outside the fence. Susie's okay wherever she is, but Seela's just sticking to that corner. Show Seela again. Show where Rusty and Suzie are. And this isn't going to be the session where we pick up any speed, but I am confident that if Rusty worked right there, I could walk right up to Seela and have Eve start to rate her, follow her, turn her. And by turning, I mean this. If I want her to turn, I have to get to the side of her head, which means I have to put my horse in position. Then she'll turn. She'll see me in her peripheral vision. If I want to go towards her ribs, if there's an opening in front of her, she'll go forward. And if I want her to turn the other direction, I need to go towards her shoulder. And she's likely to go the other direction. Those are all cues and positions that you need to know. Felt so good to walk her over to the other fence. I'm going to do it again. Back, back. Look where I'm going. Look at that. Did you see how Eve, where she in the camera, how she turned herself? Whoa. She said, oh, I think I'm supposed to follow that cow. Let's see what happens if Seela goes the other way. Now she's sticking with Rusty and Suzie. But Eve, okay, looks like she's going to go the other way. Let's see. Whoop. I'm going to go towards Seela's hip very slowly, using my left leg, a little cluck. Whoa. I don't want Seela to move suddenly now because I really am not balanced enough in the saddle to feel like I can survive a turn back, a roll back. Whoa. See why I need a turn back? Right now, if we had a turn back horse, we could allow me to put Eve in the right position, and notice that she has a side pull on, not a bit, without doing any sudden movements, without doing any sharp rollbacks. I was kind of worried that when Seela went behind us, Eve would spook, but she didn't. I'm gonna back again. Look over her ears, just a slight tug, not with both reins, but with one. Whoa. Back. All around her haunch is beautiful. Whoa. Back. Around her haunch is beautiful. Eve is real good about that. She's going to be a great horse to do cow work with my Mini Zebus. And I'm going to have some of my helpers who don't have too much experience doing cow work helping by riding her. But I wanted to make sure today she was going to be fine with the cows, and I wanted to make sure that I felt again what it was like to be in a side saddle. So that's all for today. That's our moment of resolution, and I had a great time, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned something, and let me know if you have any questions. Postscript. Rusty and Susie are going to the backyard. I'm going to use that opportunity. I hope I'm not extending my stay too long, lightly asking Eve to go to this corner. Whoa. Little left leg. To go to this fence. Whoa. Whoa. She shouldn't be turning her spot to Seela. I had to get my right sits bone over. There she goes. That's what I want Eve to do. Whoa. That's what I want her to do. Whoa. Whoa. Back. 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 Go to the fence. A turn back horse just then would have been helpful because I didn't want to do any more. We're not ready for speed, but we sure enjoyed the little bit of cow work we just did with Seela when Rusty and Susie were not around to distract any of us.
See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.